Hi, let's go through some service example. In this case, this bank, we are searching for features. What are the features and what are the requirements? We are calling them functional requirements in this case. It's meaning that when you are drafting out your service and trying to get inside what you can do with it, it's possible that you are using first these functional requirements to describe your service. For example, functional requirement could be that user can set location of the nearest bank by using locations tab. Or this could be somehow differently also described, but anyway, the main idea that there is something on the page which you can use to set your location. But also the problem is that it's not setting, it's you can use that location tab to find your nearest bank. So it means that there is another function. User can find the shortest distance to the next bank, what is the most nearest one, and that's the one functional requirement. So they are, from the coder point of view, they are totally different kind of things. So if you want to set your location, is it done by the user or is it located by the GPS or somehow machine location in a website, so they can find your specific place and then the service can provide you the nearest bank automatically. So this is having a lot of variations, and if we look at some other ideas, we can find several functional requirements on this location area. So all these functional requirements, when you found a lot of those, I expect that it's a good place for the feature. Feature is something which is really containing a lot of small functions together, and this location service, part of service, could be one feature, and then we are describing all needed things together as a one feature description. If we look at, for example, this search, what kind of things we can connect with that one? It's possible that you can quite easily say that, okay, you can search something from the web page. Is it so? I'm not sure opening this anyway. I just give you an idea that if there is some kind of pre-organized search component which is already having some lot of values or certain location of the page, and it's delivering this information as a pre-formatted way, and you have to select something from that list, we don't know yet. But when we are defining this as a when we are deciding how it should be working, we have to find these requirements or somehow collect them together. And we can think about that there is the way that you just check what is on the service or on the page or on some location in a deeper, or is there some kind of extra help. So all these kind of small variations can be just new functional requirements, and when you have listed all those different requirements together, it's quite common to understand that, okay, this is actually one feature again, because this feature is actually having a lot of small functionalities, functions, and they are actually part of the search feature. When you are looking at this Finnish in Swedish translator, it's called location, and we or no, it's not the location, but it's anyway you are translating the page. Is it possible to translate in English? It could be, but I have to translate this page by using translator, so it's not in English normally. But when you are changing the page text to another nationalities between these two, it changes the whole page. It can change some of the icons and text box and what kind of elements is having some kind of link with the language. It's possible that there's plenty of other changes, and it's quite fast the situation that you have to deliver localization feature which is having a lot of small items. So it means that if there is some functional requirement that user can change the language of the page, user can select Finnish and English. What about Swedish, Finnish and English, Russia, and more? We don't know yet, but if there is need someday, we have to make sure that our localization feature is having this kind of possibility to expand later to another languages. So that's why we are collecting these functional requirements and adding them as a part of the feature. So it's another big feature of this page. So we have already found location, setting the location feature, search feature, localization feature, and if you look at this one, I expect that the sign in has also a lot of functionalities behind. So again, we can write out several functional requirements on sign in. So that's why our project or requirement specification is having this kind of items, that we have to find some features and find some requirements which are connected for the selected features. These features are the major part of the project, product and service, whatever. So if we still go on this process and we look at what is there is chat. So I expect that you now understand that the chat box has a lot of own functions inside, and you have to find them and describe it, because you are not implementing or coding it first. You have to make sure you have understanding what is needed. And when we are thinking all these elements, now we can find these major features from the web page. And I hope that when you are doing your own study against some demo service, what you are aiming for in the assignment, you have to find these kind of elements. Try to find what are the major features of your case study target service. So this is the first step. Find features in current service. And when you are thinking that, okay, you have understood what is feature, you can say that, okay, this is feature version 1.0, that it means that you have found all needed functions. What if someone wants to make it better, make some enhancements on that? It means that this feature will gain better by having new feature functions. And that's why they are living, they are like organisms which are developed during the service is going forward. So features are, in the first case, they are the first versions of feature, and then more functions and small detailed things are added on those during the development and life cycle of whole service. So that's why I keep this in simple. Let's try to find these huge or bigger feature elements, and let's think what are the basic functions which are connected with this first, and update this as a part of in the format of tables in your requirement specification, and try to find them from this assignment case. Thank you.